What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Just My Opinion podcast, episode 11. Before I begin today's episode, I first like to state I apologize for yesterday's episode. It ended very fast due to Wi-Fi issues. But nevertheless, I'm the best, and we're about to crack it in and get it in. All right. So this article comes from Fox Sports One. Jason, I believe the cat's name is Jason Smith, and he wrote an article suggesting that the Anthony Davis era could end in a trade. In this article, he's basically saying that Anthony Davis era could end in a trade as far as him playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, Anthony Davis is on injured reserve again consecutively, and this should be no shock nor surprise to Laker fans or Anthony Davis fans or LeBron James fans or LeBron James himself, because consistently Anthony Davis can't stay healthy for a full calendar season in the NBA. And I talked about this at length. I talked about this in live streams, videos, and also on social media. The Lakers go as far as Anthony Davis can take them. When the Los Angeles Lakers won that title in the bubble, they got the best of Anthony Davis. He was fully healthy, and that equated to them winning a title. Now, everyone wants to give all the credit and the congratulations to LeBron James. Winning a ring for the Los Angeles Lakers. But if you look in between all that, Anthony Davis had some say and had some doing as far as them winning a title in the bubble. Now, since then, Anthony Davis has been questionable. I said to you guys, if you want to get the best out of Anthony Davis is going to have to simply hire him a nutritionist. He needs to hire someone as far as him getting into the best basketball shape he can possibly be. And Anthony Davis is going to have to accept the fact that, yes, I know he wants to be a wing guy. He wants to play around the perimeter. Yes, I know that. He also wants to shoot a lot of threes, and his 3-point shot is not it's not what it was last year or the year before that. It's streaky at best. And he wants to float around the perimeter shot. I understand that. But Anthony Davis should have accepted the long haul when he got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, that they really don't need Anthony Davis to be a perimeter guy. Now, there is a benefit of having a big man to be able to float around the perimeter and make perimeter shots consecutively, easily, and also be somewhat of a threat on the 3-point line. That's a benefit, but the Los Angeles Lakers expected Anthony Davis to be their big man. When you talk about Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers, you talk about big men in the past that the Los Angeles Lakers have had on their franchise. You look at all of those big men that the Los Angeles Lakers had during its course of time. And if you look at the big men, the superstar big men that the Los Angeles Lakers has acquired, that equated to them winning titles, multiple titles, not just one title, multiple titles. And that's the expectation of a big man for the Los Angeles Lakers. Two, you have LeBron James. LeBron James can knock down those perimeter shots. Now, yes, LeBron James is streaky at best on the 3-point line, but he is a threat. You can't just leave him by himself. You got that pretty much covered. When the Los Angeles Lakers gave up all their capital, their future, they mortgaged all the young talent that they had on that roster, draft picks. They just sacrificed a couple of years for the services of Anthony Davis. They was expecting a game. They thought they was getting a game changer. There's a reason why Anthony Davis couldn't stay healthy with the Los Angeles Pelicans. There's a reason why Anthony Davis could not take the could not take the New Orleans Pelicans to the NBA Finals. Now, some of that has to do with the franchise leadership in the front office, their selection of coaches. I understand that, but Anthony Davis, as a franchise player for the New Orleans Pelicans, he had some people that was under his wing as a franchise player. Boogie Cousins is no slouch. He played alongside Anthony Davis. Rondo is no slouch either. He played alongside Anthony Davis when Anthony Davis was the franchise player, the franchise star of the New Orleans Pelicans. So the Los Angeles Lakers expected a lot out of Anthony Davis. They was willing to give up on all the young talent and assets, draft picks. They mortgaged all their draft picks for the services of Anthony Davis. And all that equated to was winning one title in a shortened season in a bubble format. I'm not hating on the Los Angeles Lakers. A championship is a championship. I don't care if you play 82 games or 40 games in the regular season. A championship is a championship. I don't care if traditionally you won the championship the traditional normal way, or you played all your games in one arena. A championship is a championship. Now, if we're going to hate on the Los Angeles Lakers, that's a bubblicious championship, then we should have that same energy and keep that same energy for the San Antonio Spurs on that strike-shortened season when they won their championship. A championship is a championship. No one championship is better than or equates higher than other championships. They're all the same. So I'm not hating on LeBron James for that. But you would think when they traded for Anthony Davis, the expectation from LeBron James, Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, the front office of the Los Angeles Lakers, the expectation was, we got this guy, he's a game changer, and he's going to help us win multiple championships. I told you guys last year, the proof was in the pudding. The Lakers go depending on what type of Anthony Davis you're going to get. Are you going to get the Anthony Davis that was in the shortened season and he was fully healthy and you guys won a chip? Or you're going to get the same old Anthony Davis that's always consistently stayed injured and stayed off the court multiple games? Also, to put in a factor, the Los Angeles Lakers got a lot of guys on protocol, on COVID protocol. COVID protocol. Can't say that 3 times fast. So that's even worse. Russell Westbrook, he was supposed to be out of the lineup. He's back into the lineup. And when he's in the lineup, you're trying to find matchups that reaps the benefits of even getting Russell Westbrook. The Los Angeles Lakers, for the past 4 games, they've been winning. but how they won and who they played against. They won against the Dallas Mavericks with no Luka Doncic. They haven't beaten a top 500 team. They have issues with the Brooklyn Nets. They will have issues with the Milwaukee Bucks. They will have issues with the Miami Heat. They will have issues with the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors, which, by the way, the Golden State Warriors place Klay Thompson. He's not even going to be ready. He's done for the rest of the season. Now, this could be a strategy for the Golden State Warriors. They want to keep him healthy and have him ready for the postseason. I mean, they already got the best record in the NBA. Why would you risk having Klay Thompson involved for the rest of this regular season when you technically don't need them? You got a lot of talented players, role players for the Golden State Warriors. There's no rush to have Klay Thompson in the lineup. You can keep him for the postseason. That's the benefit of having the best record. That's the benefits of having the best record in the West. That's the benefits of having the best record in the East. That's the benefits of beating the teams you are supposed to beat and beating the teams that are equal or even better than you. That is the benefits. And the Los Angeles Lakers, they don't have the best record in the NBA. They don't have the best record in the West. If the playoffs would start, they would get the 6th or the 7th seed, even in that 4-game winning streak. That 4-game winning streak equated to them getting the 6th or the 7th seed. So already you're in trouble because chances are you're going to play the best team or the second best team or the third best team, which those teams you are struggling with. Anthony Davis. The Lakers are right now got some decisions to make. You can't sit back and say, we'll just let it play it out and it'll figure itself out as we're playing the games. You're beyond that opinion. Now you have to make decisions. Sometimes you have to cut your losses. Sometimes you have to trim the fat. And that's what's going on with the Los Angeles Lakers. They're going to have to trim the fat. Let me put this down here. Hold up, y'all. I apologize. Hold up. My phone is starting to act up, so I'm going to put some air in front of it. If you hear some air in the background, I do apologize. I'm sorry, okay? But throw some air on this sucker, and then we'll start it back up. Just give it a couple of seconds. Now, where were we? This is a lot better. Where were we? Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. The Los Angeles Lakers are at a junction. They're at a point of no return. What they're going to do, what you're going to do when they come for you. The Los Angeles Lakers have to make some wholesale decisions. What do you have on your roster that can be a difference maker for your team? Trading Russell Westbrook, nobody wants Russell Westbrook unless there's a cellar dweller team that's at the bottom of the standing simply because they're fighting to get the most ping pong balls in the NBA draft. So why would they trade for a Russell Westbrook? Okay. So no one at this juncture, you trade Russell Westbrook, you're just going to get if you're lucky, a bunch of players that really don't mean a hill of beans anyway. You need to trade an upgraded star that's not working out for you for another upgraded star, or a multiple A+ star, A+ players to help with your roster. Trading Russell Westbrook is not going to get you that. Trading Dwight Howard is not going to get you that. Trading Rondo is not going to get you that. LeBron James is off the radar as far as trades. The Lakers are not even interested. They're not even talking about it. LeBron is off the market. What else you have as the Los Angeles Lakers that you could give to another team, and you can get a multiple of A+ players, or you're swapping a star for another star? What do you have on your roster? It's not like you have a multitude of first-round draft picks, high-end first-round draft picks. You don't have that. It's not like you can go into your farm system and you got some different makers on your farm system that you can package and this, that, the third. You don't even have that, okay? The Lakers, all they have right now is that's an asset that you can flip is one Anthony Davis. One Anthony Davis. You can trade for Anthony Davis and get a multitude of things for Anthony Davis. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of Los Angeles Laker fans or Anthony Davis fans or LeBron James fans. They're going to say this. They're going to say, well, that's dumb. Why would you trade Anthony Davis? Why would you trade him? Why wouldn't you trade him? Anthony Davis is one of those type of players that he has already demonstrated to you he does not have any interest as being a big man like traditionally other big men did for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, the Shaquille O'Neals. He's not interested in being stuck down low, fighting for loose balls, being a defensive anchor. He wants to be like a wing guy, a perimeter guy. And you saw it in Minnesota, how Cat was getting the best of Anthony Davis. Yes, Carl Anthony Thomas, yes, he can play the perimeter. Yes, he can shoot threes. He's not a dead eye at three, but he's able to shoot threes. He's talented. But guess what Cat is doing that Anthony Davis is not doing? He plays the post. He will go down low and play the post. Pause. Anthony Davis is unwilling to do that. So the only asset you have as the Lakers, if you're willing to make a trade, is trading Anthony Davis. And a lot of this is going to hinge on the next 2 weeks. If the Los Angeles Lakers can get on a winning streak without the services of Anthony Davis, they're going to say, well, we turned the season around, and Anthony Davis wasn't even on the roster. Maybe if we have a couple of shooters here and there, a couple of wing guys here and there, we might be a difference maker in the playoffs. That's what the Lakers are. If they go into a 2-week winning streak, if they go into 2 games and they see a lot of positive out of those that 2-week span, and if the Lakers could have a favorable record, that's a possibility. Or if they go into 2 weeks and it goes from bad to worse, you have to make drastic decisions if you want to contend in the playoffs. The Los Angeles Lakers really don't have anything that any other team wants, other than if you are you talking about Anthony Davis? And there it is, folks. There it is. It will not surprise me if you start hearing little whispers and little rumors that the Los Angeles Lakers are kicking the tires around on a possibility of trading Anthony Davis for XYZ players. It would not surprise me if you start hearing stuff before the trade deadline is done. It would not surprise me none if the Los Angeles Lakers go from bad to worse and they have to make drastic decisions and moves and trades. And they do pull the trigger or the lever on Anthony Davis. And it would not surprise me none if they just keep everything status quo and they don't trade anybody. Because the Los Angeles Lakers have built-in excuses. They're going to say, well, LeBron wasn't really in a lot of games. Anthony Davis wasn't really in a lot of games. We're fighting COVID protocols. That's one of the reasons why we have the record that we have. We have a lot of turnover. We have a whole lot of new players that we're trying to fit into our scheme. We're trying to figure things out as we play the games. The Russell Westbrook factor. They got a ton of excuses why they can tell everyone that this is the reason why we're struggling or why we have the record that we have. And they're not in a place of desperate or in a place of, hey, we're going to have to trim the fat here. We're going to have to do something different. Insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And it's just the same result. So, yeah, that's all I got for Just My Opinion podcast. I'm just going to go ahead and call it episode 11 because episode 10 was yesterday. And I do apologize for yesterday. I had to shorten the stream because the Wi-Fi had Wi-Fi issues. But like I said, please check me out. Subscribe and enjoy. You will not be disappointed. Share this with your friends, family, and followers. It's your boy. I'm up out of here. I gotta go now. Everyone's starting to come in the building. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow or the next time. If you don't hear from me, I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay, deuces.